Everyone's just coming in. We'll give it a second to get rolling here for this. See what this. Just give everyone a second to come in. Done all of this weird stuff down here in the. Okay, we're all set up. I'm Cece. Welcome to Angel Radio Tarot. We are here for a general reading, and today's ongoing topics we'll discuss later on as people come into the room. Just give everyone a chance to settle in. And welcome. We're just going to go as long as the battery lets me. I've mucked around today and let both of my phones drop below 50%. So we're just going to turn everything down here, make sure we don't lose our little bit more there. There we go. Every little bit helps. All right. So, okay. Wonderful to have you here. I am Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. Today has been just a whirlwind of getting back into it. A lot of our focus today has been on not engaging thought forms that come from outside of our own mindset and identifying self from all of these thought forms that are swirling around us. It's about know your mind. Know your mind. Be able to discern yourself from just influence, wave, mood, things shifting around you. This will help you tune into your intuition here. Hi, Sai. Yes, I hear Max ringing that I gotta go outside bell. We're not doing it. He's had plenty of chances to go out. We are all set to go. Somebody just wants a little more attention today. Oh, okay. Gosh, wonderful to have everyone here. So glad you're here. Oh, this is where this is going to falter for me, is I can't read your comments if I have the light turned down so low. One more. There we go. Cool. Now I can see. Chelsea, hi. 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 Kitanu? Is that a name of a place? Hi, wonderful to have you here. Catan, New Life. I love giving shout outs to everybody that's here, and it's wonderful to meet all of you. Wonderful to have you here at Angel Radio Tarot. We're going to have a nice general read today, and we're going to ignore the dogs for this read. You'll hear the bell going off outside. And if I falter, it's because I'm exercising some self-discipline to not respond to him every time he rings the bell. We're finding some balance. Yes, finding some balance. Someone's having trouble not minding their own business today. There's an Earth Angel here in the tribe. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, there's an Aries here. And some kind of authority figure that was watching over someone that was in your circle or coming toward you. They've done their job in canceling out whatever was coming at you. This is just kind of a FYI. You might have felt this predatory energy and then suddenly feel it canceled. And that was because they had trouble with another party that didn't have anything to do with you, that came collecting for another debt somewhere. So Aries, we've got a lot of energy here. Fire sign. You may be a fire sign. Let's see. Someone is still in hiding and not feeling like they have everything they need right now. Or you may be hiding. Staying sober is a big deal right now. Staying focused. There's a reverse Pisces energy here. I really need to get a horoscope, like a horoscope caricature book, character framing. Let's see. So there's this Pisces in their short mode. I'm talking to my high vibe tribe. So you have a Pisces that is in their weakness. And they're acting out. They don't need a reason to be happy right now. Maybe they're just burning off some steam here. I don't see any damage. I don't see any predatory acting out. This isn't maybe somebody in their life consulted them before they acted out. Now they're just acting out. They're burning off some steam. And they're not being overbearing or intrusive. But right now they might be kind of insatiable in what they're doing. Yeah. So yeah, the today's concept on do not engage thought forms. Identifying thought forms we've covered this morning. And then really not engaging them is about studying yourself. It's like not expressing every thought. You have thoughts pop into your head all the time that are just your own concepts, not having to do with any kind of exterior influence. Oh, thank you for the hair comment. It has a personality of its own. I just wake up and like, okay, cool. A long time ago, I quit trying to control this. There's a Cancer here. So if you start that practice of not reacting to every thought that wanders, we were talking about when you find yourself talking to yourself because you're sorting out and ruminating, replaying, or trying to reenact, but in different ways, or reenact exactly as it went, so that you can get that feeling again and be really sure that you said it the way you think you said it, and almost wanting to relive victories in little battle conversations. And this is just bringing you down. Energy is just bringing you down. So how do we stop it? We stop by not engaging in that little provocation. You can observe that this pissed you off, or you can observe, think of the last time somebody pissed you off. Think of the last time somebody cut you off. And if you imagine it, you can remember it without feeling it again. That's the goal. Because if we can remember it without re-engaging with the emotion, we are able to, we have cleared the chakra of that blockage. So now we can, that lets you know you're in observation mode. Is like your avatar state. When you have all of your chakras and you're not holding any grudges, any resistance anywhere, you can replay every moment of your life and sort shit out and see things without bias. And that's your wisdom. That's what we're trying to get to. And when you're accustomed to sitting in that space, and then all of a sudden you catch yourself being reactive, catch yourself trying to justify, catch yourself trying to reenact things so that you can feel that grip of the wind, grip of the, I finally got my teeth into it. You're wanting to relive vengeance or something like it. You're at that point, you are literally sabotaging yourself because you're recreating the blockages to your chakra. As much as you can willfully clear your chakras by changing your mind and your mindset and your attention and your level of acceptance, it's like you're re-blocking yourself. There's a temptation there because this is not your natural state once you reach a capacity for observation. So that is happening to you. You can interpret as a flavor of an attack that somehow got you to believe that it was coming from you. It was able to activate your emotions, to activate the thought instead of astral projection being, or astral attacks mental attacks and witchcraft will tend to change your thoughts to get your body to break down. Well, this is going in the opposite direction. This is the bigger player here. There's an Aquarius with some... Hello, Miss String. There's an Aquarius here with some hesitation. So the other part of our conversation, continuing from this morning, was how the shifts in dark power playing across the globe right now, particularly in my part of the globe, are the same dark powers that every 100 years they attempt to activate the world's occult to weaponize it. The dark arts, the blackness, what we're seeing, the human sacrifice, and just the bloodletting. I'm going to really piss some people off. You've heard me say how much, and I feel like this is being hijacked by those same players. And maybe when I saw those people, I understood them to be of that flavor, representing themselves as Christians. We're going to skip right past that. That's unpleasant enough. But these are the dark players. They will use whatever is popular and common to get whatever they need. They will align themselves with whatever identity they need to get what they want. Okay? So people that wear this, that are of the blood cult of it. People, I've talked to y'all folks before about going to some Christian services where you walk in the middle of the hymns, and it's not, I'm used to old convention music from the South, but they'll be doing this new wave Christian shit where it's like 7 stanzas of singing just the blood, the blood, the blood, literally just those 2 words, but in just different keys. Ugh. What's the subject? The subject is the hijacking even of this name for these dark blood sacrificing cults that have nothing to do with Christianity, that have nothing to do with being a Muslim, that have nothing to do with any religion at all. It is the black darkness of evil that rises from the earth every 100 years. And that's where we're at. So this is a period of guarding these new, advanced, shifted capabilities of darkness that you might not be accustomed to. And thank you. That was a very kind way of saying get to the point. What's the point? We're seeing new shapes, new manifestations of psychic and astral attack coming from different directions, things we're not accustomed to seeing coming from different. They've upgraded their spiritual technology is what's happening. There is no deception now. We're kind of on to it. And there's no going back. There is no, it's like we've reached a dead end. There's like an impasse. There has to be a confrontation before it can move forward. And there might be a Taurus involved somewhere in there, or Taurus energy. There is big blessings here that are coming. There's an attachment still, but it is a desired attachment. This is possibly a new attachment that comes through with the blessings. That attachment will be of a benefit to you. But it's not going to be transmutable. So I'm getting, it's a play on words. It's going to be fixed. They're going to be firm and reliable. We're just seeing psychic attacks being used in new and creative ways. And I spoke, 6 months ago about the distinct wave of the portal of predators coming through with the last veil passing. We knew this was coming. We knew this was going to be that portal was especially broad, and that we had some unusually large, we're talking like recalling the Titans kind of dark players, recalling the Colossus, the Colossus races. Again, with the Cancer here, so there is some focus on here. There is, oh, wow, okay. There is a Cancer here that needs some backup, or that's going to need some backup. The meditative part of this coming in, you are being called to deeply meditate at this time, because there is a crossroads deal coming toward you. So there's some negative energy being focused on you specifically. Cancer. This isn't meant to make you fearful. It's just meant to make you mindful, because these things, this is going to be a temptation of pride. I excel at most everything I do, or whatever this is going to make you think like, yeah, this is a nasty SOB, but I can handle this kind of guy. I know what I'm doing. No, you're gonna need help with this. This is bigger and darker than what and that was part of the charm at the front of it. There's a meditative twist to it somehow. Again, we're seeing a dark energy finding new and interesting ways to enter our frame, enter our psychic frame, our safe space. All right. Ooh, we still got some sticky. I got a wool sweater on. I don't think it's going to stick with the aloe. Oh, it's on there. Hi, Melissa. New Zealand. Well, it's a general reading, Melissa, but I am sure grateful for you being here and sending your energy through here. We'll see if some of this doesn't apply. If you're new to the channel, please select that subscribe button so you can join the chat. There is a return to sender here, Melissa. I don't know if this is for you. Yeah, what used to be, someone has backed off from trying to cooperate with you, and they're just going into full combat mode. They approached you at one point, but they've decided that it'll be easier to not manipulate you. Apparently it's over their head, but they're pretty sure they can come at you playing hardball and intimidate you. Yeah, the disruption in harmony here. They're not going to try for the slow charm you into something. They're just going to back off. You won't hear from them, and then the next time you hear from them, it's because they're galloping toward you full steam with a I'm getting like medieval jousting. I am live, Chardron. Today is, let me pull the other one up. If you're wondering if I'm live, today is February the 13th at 4:18 in the afternoon on the West Coast. Hi, Adream Inside. Astro and Kita, nice to have you here. Your current situation, well, let's see what comes forward. It might be for you. Take what resonates. Someone's under the influence. They might be actually inebriated from a physical, chemical, like drink, drug, or they might be charmed, or they might be under a spiritual influence. Yeah. For a flash there, I got like it's a hormonal influence associated with aging, like menopause really is what I got. Someone's like foggy headed is what I got, and it immediately went to the stature of a middle-aged woman taking a moment to shake her head clear. So I get that it's as a bodily under the influence. Something's off balance here. There was no illness suggested. I am obliged to. Someone is under obligation somehow. Someone's supposed to tell another person if this happens. So if this is you, mark this. You would have been prone to write it off to yourself and just not even pass it along. But this is one of those occasions you need to, yes, it is this important. It is one of those. Put it on the paper, whatever, mark it on there. Don't downplay it. Don't downplay it. This is about taking care of yourself. And if your team can't trust you to do it, they're going to have to take things upon themselves to make sure things happen in the best of your health and all that kind of weird stuff. Time to step out. Yeah, they're looking at some very real legal obstruction. The demon's on its side. I think that's brought the demon out in you, and it is time to step out. Like, I got the vision of it's time to step up. Don't muck around about this. Don't be lazy about this. You are accustomed to your independence. I'm talking to an elder, or I'm talking to someone in their late 50s, early 60s. You the last 5 or 6 years has really taken the stuffing out of you. Getting more physical exercise is going to help you right away. I'm seeing a spare tire. I'm seeing a spare tire and a loose blouse, and moving a little bit more pudgy than we're used to. Don't let it catch up on you just because Auntie and Grandma and all of them had a big butt when they were this age. Elevate. Yeah, time to elevate. Nanya and Yarling, nice to have you here. I'm doing great. Oh, happy Valentine's to you too. All right, now here's the deal for all my players out there that want to crush and lovey-dovey. Honey, what makes me feel good is seeing all that hypes down there, and you want to help Mama out. You want to make Mama feel good. And that's why you're here, is to look at me. You can make a contribution to Venmo at Angel Radio Tarot. I welcome whatever dollar you send my way. Thank you so much. And you want to get spicy on here, y'all go fuck around and find out. I ain't gonna kick you out, but I'm gonna learn you up. Find out. Stick around and find out. There's a need for a release from attachment. About this elevating, we're still in that space, and it has passed back into the previous generation. So we've got someone in their mid-30s, late 20s, mid-30s, that it's like we were doing a fast forward for some people. You might have generations in proximity. So someone is seeing themselves in you as their older self. So we're doing some time travel here. 33:11 on the clock, and we were 23:23 right there. We are doing some time travel here. You are experiencing some transference. You are time traveling. If you are this older person in your older person body that you're unfamiliar with, you're remembering yourself from 25 years ago. If you are in your late 20s and 30s, you are seeing the older generation in front of you, and you have just felt yourself fast forward into your version of yourself that looks just like this. Someone just became very aware of their mortality. Oh, don't worry. Things kind of have a way of speeding up and slowing down at the same time once you cross 50. It's very strange. It's very strange. Like when you were a kid, the days went on forever, but when you looked back, they were gone, and the whole years were gone in a flash. And then you zip through your 20s and you feel like you're getting to do all the things that you didn't get to do when you were a kid, like drinking. And somehow things move terribly slow in a different way. And then the 30s, you're just grinding. But it has to do something with where you are on your own timeline, and then relating to yourself in different places that may or may not have existed yet. But release from attachment, and there's cooperation as opposed to a power exchange. The succubus of your dreams instantly through a spell. Well, good fat fucking luck with that. You're going to have spiritual PD all over your ass. That don't work, baby. Blackstone. Rajib, you're a predator. Well, we'll see, Numiza, if something here comes up for you. 41:14 on the clock. I'm digging it. We'll see if some of this comes through and you can feel it. Take what applies and leave the rest for someone else to appreciate. Thank you for subscribing. Hit that notification bell so you know when the next scheduled live stream comes up. I really do enjoy the live streams over everything else, but once we get to memberships, I'll be doing some more preferential readings, and there'll be more recordings, more premieres as opposed to live streams. Let's see what we got, Munisa. Got the King of Pentacles on its side, so there's undecided something about the authority of money here, but it's solid either way. The Lovers. Oh, someone's coming to you, or you're in a lover's situation with someone who's very financially stable. Maybe there's a prenup needs to happen. Something about indecision about the authority of money. Shit, that went half the deck. Hold on. We're going to keep a watch on the battery here, or battery on the watch. Good, we're still climbing. Okay, we won't get cut off. I was just taking care of a little bit of stuff after the last stream, and I looked up and the phone blinked out and it was done. And it was just a good thing I was already over with the recording, with the live stream. Yeah. My oatmeal's gonna be cold, but I don't care. So, yeah, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm gonna be coming up. Hi, Anthony. Hi, from Colombia. Let's see. The Knight of Pentacles just came in with bad news about the money, or some anxiety. I got to read that one out. We're going to throw some here. Oh, what is that? Six of Cups. There's some innocence here. And the Hanged Man upside down. So we'll sort these out here. Where were we? The notification bell. Press the notification bell so you'll know when the next live stream comes up. Thank you for the hearts. Yeah, hit those hypes. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just ding, 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 ding on that sucker, and it'll float for a while. And every one of those helps the channel grow. It counts. Thank you. Well, we'll see divinely. We'll see. This may apply to you. What are we shut down for this cord here? Yeah, okay. All right, let me grab the book here. Aw, thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here. Don't hate me because I like it. So you've got the Lovers on a tilt here and the King of Pentacles on its side. So what I really feel like, can you even see that? I'm looking at all this stuff at the bottom here and I can't tell what you see. We've got the Lovers here, but the King of Pentacles is what is the sturdiest part of that decision making. And the Lovers being on a tilt, it definitely affects the relationship. And somehow it may have even put it off kilter just a just a little bit, but something about that is frustrating. One of you don't know how much money your partner makes, and you don't want to ask because you don't want to, but something is being withheld, information, and I'm not saying that they have significant amounts of money, but I feel like they're withholding something about what money they do have. I don't feel like it's debt. And that's why it's like, everybody's entitled to have their savings account, whatever. I don't have to tell you what I got. But there's just something about access to money. It's not quite like they are holding out on you, but they haven't told you exactly what they have access to. They don't tell it. I wouldn't tell everybody that, but maybe you're at that point where if you're the lovers on tilt, you guys are at a point where you're making a very serious decision about your relationship right now, and you are not comfortable without having total transparency. I don't think that's unreasonable. You are going into what otherwise is, marriage is just a piece of paper that makes you a legal bond. It makes a legal contract to create an entity of the marriage of so on and so on. And that it's just like a business. And you, it assigns rights and responsibilities to that unit, to each other, just like if you started a business and it was the two of you and you weren't related and you open a restaurant together. And so you build that legal entity of the company, the LLC or whatever it is, so that your rights and responsibilities are clearly described, and they can be taken into a court and held, legally, financially responsible. I hope still. So the Knight of Pentacles, that I hope still was a little hint of darkness there from the other side that was saying almost that you may need to. So if there is some kind of prenup situation, don't take it lightly. Look into it like it is your own personal ass you are saving 10 years from now when it goes bad. And really the goal and the hope and the wish now isn't, I'm hoping to get married. It's, I hope my marriage lasts. It's not a realistic hope. It's just something that we put out there as the idealistic goal. Wow. I'm not knocking marriage. I'm just, I can't tell people what to do. Knight of Pentacles on its head. Where are we going? That was a download for somebody. They needed to hear that. You needed to hear that. There is some definitely stagnation here. Just a stall. A gross kind of like pond scum over the top. It's still water, just a stall. And the Hanged Man. Why is it upside down? And I saw a shadow of the back of the page, the devil page, of the devil card. So there's something at work here. This is, yeah. The card is, about the mystery of not just death, but of resurrection. So there's, I don't know, maybe you're not in a place where you really want to be reinventing yourself. There's some resistance here. It's like, oh man, dang, I got shit to do. I had other shit to do. I did not want to be doing this for the next 8 months. Fuck. That kind of attitude. And the Six of Cups here, there's some innocence about this. There's some I didn't see it coming. There's kind of like there's a gullibleness, not innocent so much as gullible. And I think what's going to happen is if you don't talk about this, it's going to, again, 10 years from now, you're going to be going, son of a bitch, dang it. I should have taken the 50 mil or whatever, you know, the old joke of bad storytelling and you know it's going to be rubbish is, so there I was 50,000 feet flat on my back and I took the 30 mil. Two of Cups. Two of Cups is about agape love. And there's, I've had an impression for a long time that Two of Cups did not give a reverse meaning. That the pure agape love, yeah, the divination meanings. And it's one of the few cards that does not have an up and then inverse meaning separately. That's the power of that agape love. It's just, it overwhelms everything. It overrides everything. Love, passion, friendship, affinity, union, concord, sympathy, the interrelation of the sexes. And as a suggestion, apart from all of divination, that desire which is not in nature, but which is nature in, but by which nature is sanctified. So it's the greater being that's created when we commune, and not by sexual congress. It's by sloppy agape. Parabeth. I saw it and it didn't process, and then I read it in my head. This is definitely two people that would be or could be physically attracted to each other. And then something about turning seasons on its head. But you had this, if you never consummated, you would still feel this way about this person. There's no goal in mind. And there's just, it stops the turning of seasons, this kind of thing. And it is the justice of time. It is the justice of time. And the Five of Wands, I'm seeing the great battle here. You want to call it Revelations, you want to call it Judgment Day. And that's why the Titans are here. That's why. And the Queen of Cups with the Hierophant on its head. They are great and dark, very calculating. I mean, like the dark Kevins feel like they are in their element right now. There's big things happening right now. There's big shifts in the energy right now. Big shifts. There's that Avatar. Was that in Avatar, The Last Airbender, when the spirit world garden took over and what they like ended the season on it, and then they came back and it was like 30 years later, you're back in the same, or 6 years later, and it's like all of the spirit realm jungle had grown over all of the corporeal real world, the star. And the Queen of Swords. So we have a resurrection here of positive energy and power, and in firmness, authority, and the wonder of feminine fertility. What I see, I really do see it, is you are watching the downfall of the white boomer patriarchy. We are watching the collapse of the white boomer patriarchy. That is what we're seeing. And it's being commingled with what the Buddhists, and it's following right on path of what the Buddhists call this period of truth and reconciliation. And this is how we get to our next level on the wheel of time. When our next evolution wasn't growing a third arm out of our forehead, it was elevating our mind, having come from, lower human thinking, developing our thoughts, developing our capacity through the development of social sciences that made greater fertility, through greater nutrition, through greater stability in housing, which drives up birth rates, which drives up intelligence, which drives up learning and research and curiosity, and then the lifestyle of stability that allows for society to make room for those and provide for those people to not have to labor for society to sustain. And they can go into the sciences, they could go into the arts. And that's where you get the development of the mind. And if you play Age of Empires, you get it. You watch it, you see it. This is your lessons. Just like Avatar: The Last Airbender is the Buddhist rendition of every Christian child's allegory of David and Goliath, well, cartoons when I was a kid. It's simple ideas, simple truths. We've got the Lovers on the head here. The Magician is down. The High Priestess is down. Temperance. This is all you've got. Somebody is wow. And the Star. For some of you, the only way you're going to get out of the current conflict with your lover, because they are turning shit up on you. They have taken over dark magic and they have taken over dark authority. For some of you, Temperance, not reacting. So that is really, you've been driven into a corner and like thumped on the fucking forehead, backed up and backed up and backed up. And you're just like, dude, what the fuck is happening right now? Because this is maybe somebody you trusted. And they have just like, what? Are you fucking listening? And it's just like out of nowhere. And you are still so in shock right now. You haven't even responded. You haven't even collected that this is the same person that you know. The dimension just shifted on you. You just stepped through a dimension. You stood still, and like a shimmering wave passing over this earth rotated through another dimension, like a film of like a film of light. The earth was rotated through and in between, and we are going through this over and over and over during this non-corporeal battle that's happening. Part of this battle is the Titans and the gods having their battles around us, and the sonic booms of these things happening is slamming us in another portal. And you're going to wake up 2 weeks from now, and all your people are going to be all fuckered up in the head acting stupid, because they're not the same people. They're not the same people. You stood still, and a whole nother, like, here's your people that you knew, stage left, and then they all have the same faces, but now is where you get conflict across the whole board, and you're thinking it's Mercury retrograde, everything's jammed up all at one time. No, we are whipping through dimensions right now during this battle. So the King of Wands and the Queen of Swords and the Star are sitting goddamn solid. Look, you have the Queen and the King, counterparts, different suits, and they are both just absolutely stone cold fucking stoic. Like they're flinchless. I don't know if that's a word. They are absolutely like they're like guardian pillars to an entryway to a holy place where the star exists. And they are so serene. They are so serene because they are in such a state of deep meditation that they are generating a force field. They are generating a force field around. So the Knight of Cups on its head here is the barrier between the two. While this temperance is happening, and then the Knight of Cups is backing it up, and then we have these two pillars and the guardian of the star that is at the center of this. Oh, fuck. We talk all the time about my prayers for the end of time. This is Lucifer. My prayers are often, I pray for the swift unification of heaven and the return of Lucifer to her rightful place there as the guardian of the creation of light, and for Judgment Day that brings the end of suffering. And this is exactly the structure of what's happening in front of us. We're witnessing the battle. So the Knight of Cups right here. And, you know, I had a friend about, oh God, has it been 20 years now? 15 years ago? He had visited the Dalai Lama, and he was able to ask the Dalai Lama a question about something. I asked, it was less his question, but the Dalai Lama answered that we are on the last turning of the wheel of time. He was telling me about how a woman that was in their trip, because each person, you kind of went in a tour group. It was very controlled, and you each knelt or each met with, or just basically walked up to the dude and you got one question you got to ask, and then you had to leave. And you just they were rotating people through, and he was just answering everybody. And he asked his question, but he overheard the woman he was with. She asked if there would ever be a female Dalai Lama. Now, as far as the last, how many millennia of patriarchy in humanity, he says that this would be the last turning of the wheel of time. And to me, he said no and yes at the same time. Because if that's the end of the wheel of time, it very simply suggests the end of time. Something else must exist. And I'm not saying that the world is going to cease to exist, but how we do it and the dimension of our existence is going to flip in a way that there's going to be no takesy backsies. Once we pass through this dimensional portal into whatever is next, as we as a humanity have our ego death together, we will see the end of patriarchy. And we are seeing now the turn of misandry and women taking control. And, you know, go full Mad Max on that shit. Go full Mad Max on that shit. How long could that organism of humanity survive? And not all organisms are meant to survive. Oh, let's see. Up with every. I felt moved. The download is past. Sorry about the lumping around. Let's see. I want to give a shout out to everybody. Barmenti, hi. Hi, not Luna. Hi. Nice. Let's see. Did that just get super bright? I don't know what happened there. I'm trying to use the chat, but it's going all weird. Oh, go back the way. Thank you. Okay, cool. Fantastic. Plastic Fantastic, are you still here? I'm not going to scroll down to see if you're still here, but here is your card. Oh, succubus. Succubus. Melissa from New Zealand. Yes, hi. You get a reading? You get a reading? Let me pull a card. I'm just going to pull cards for people. I'm just going to pull a card. There is, let's see. Your impatience on something is going to, your lack of long-term vision, missed opportunities, lack of progress, disappointment. What I'm getting here is that the tone of impatience is going to cause you to slip up and miss an opportunity here, and then you're going to be disappointed. Dream inside. Nice to have you here. Astro, hi. Hey, Arlene, hi. I'm just remembering. Candy Valencia, hi. Nice to have you here. Let's see. Muniza, your card. This is, it said like someone would have been talking, but someone has kept their mouth shut. That'll mean something to you. Somebody, whoever it is, did not talk. Let's see. Kevin Levron, hi, nice to have you here. How you do gambling on a cruise next week? You're probably going to lose some money. Kevin, you're welcome. Luce, your spiritual, who is your spiritual guide? Let's pull you a card. Vocabularium is going to tell us. Abulia is your word today. Abulia, sorry, it's backwards. Flip your screen if you just got a abnormal lack of ability to act or make decisions. I guess they're waiting for you to decide. You're being encouraged to steady down on something. Pick a direction. It doesn't matter which character you pick, what flavor of spirit guide you're looking for, or what it's like you already know who is your spirit guide. I'm getting your same your childhood invisible friend. 2020 on the clock, confirmation. Go back to your childhood friend, like your invisible friend when you were a kid. Michael, hi, nice to have you here. Hello. Yes, I'm from Colombia. Oh, Crystalise, you can't talk this way. I'm gonna put you in timeout. And if you're gonna be spicy, I'm gonna put you in timeout. Well, let's see. I don't know if that even worked. I think I just hid you from there. Yeah, I just deleted your message. And if you are out and you want back in, you can throw $50 at Venmo at Angel Radio Tarot, and then you can talk nicer. There. I want to call everybody out. Oh, there's so many familiar names. Arn Hall. Yeah, I knew there was somebody there. Lars Almighty. Frank Torres, hi, nice to have you here. Ashley Lady Love Hurst. Cindy Barris. Cindy DeBarris. Hi. Wonderful to have you here. So wonderful to have you all here. What's going on there? Liz Kalach, I'd have you down here at the bottom, all lit up. That's sometimes it'll do that if the YouTube decides that you are like the top contributor. I don't know if that shows up on the rest of you. It just went away, or is that? I can't tell what it's doing. Oh, it was all blocky. Die Chamfrau, what are you doing? That name's wild. You can ask and we'll see if the energy wants to give it to you. Somebody's in trouble with the cops here, or will be. And someone's got a warrant out. Someone's got a warrant out. I was waiting on the inside, looking for my right on the outside. So I took the keys to her fucking car and crashed that stupid piece of shit and just ripped away. Na 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 na. Pimp pusher in these streets. Na na. And a bar on the inside. Wait for my ride on the outside. She was tripping on some pills. I think she was high on some pills. 30 days. Somebody's going to rehab. They fucked around and found out the hard way. Like, it did not work. Somebody tried to call the bluff, and it was like way before fuck around and find out. And they got laid on their ass. Somebody got laid out. Like, they tried to give you that, and they fell back on it. They got knocked out. Somebody tried to bring you the fuck around and find out. Yeah, somebody's going to rehab, man. They are, PD's picking them up. They are totally got a warrant on them. They are under budge. They've been in these streets, not pimping and pushing, so they've been using. And they're going to rehab for 30 days or some shit like that. Cindy Barris, sure. Thank you. Thank you. Well, we'll see. Maybe I don't feel like I'm going to have a Valentine. It'll be too sappy. It'll be too sappy tomorrow. I don't know. Somebody's going to find something out tomorrow they don't want to find out about. What we're going to end up with is come Monday. What? Oh, shit. And Valentine's Day falls on a Saturday? You guys are fucked. Oh, my God. Sunday is going to be nothing but people moaning and groaning about somebody wrecking their Valentine's Day. And we're all going to know that this is not the first time this SOB has done this. There's so many flags and so much shit you already freaking know. And you people are being delusional. And you need to go to rehab. Come on, man. Get real. Get real with the Valentine's Day shit. That's not, I don't want to hear about it. I just don't want to hear about it. It gets old. It's drama. It's drama. And it's, here you go. You do it to yourself. You do. You and no one else. You do it to yourself. Do it to yourself. Somebody's going to throw away a blessing here. Or there's some, maybe you're already free and clear and somebody's trying to pull you back in. Pisces is in a bad energy. Pisces is not doing what Pisces needs to be doing. Pisces isn't doing what Pisces does. Pisces ain't Piscing. Oh, you got to swim? You got to swim? Got a lot of music downloads. Who is this? Learn to swim. Ha, Tool. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the one about fucking Judgment Day, man. Bring it down, put it down, rush it down. Yes. Oh, and the drum solo. Somebody's on the download trying to trick you into doing something. See, one of my deepest meditative places is playing air drum from front to end, the whole album of Enema. And I have to be careful about when and where I do that, because when I do that in public places, I attract. I'm like sending off a beacon. I forget where I am. I start manifesting in front of everybody, and it's not good. And I end up having to leave those places because the darkness will come fucking swooping in. It might have been a cool and clean place when it started and it was a safe space, but if I start playing air drums to Tool's Enema, no, it goes bad quick. Because it's not that album is bad. I mean, I play air guitar and all that. At least I'm going in the right direction on the fret. But there's a belief and a knowing here. When you are in this space of your pure, genuine self, the shit that sees you, that can't see that shit on anybody, I mean, it's like fireworks. It's like fireworks. And you will get everything come rushing to see what that is. There's a lot of succubus energy. No clowning, or it's dark clowning, or there is no fucking fooling about how this will jack your wealth, being in this dark Pisces. Oh, broken coven over here too. I'm talking about this. Yeah. It's given like people not minding their own business. It's given fan energy, like dangerous fan energy, like mob energy. Farrah Beth, what was that? How long have you been doing this for? You know, I picked up a tarot deck when I was like 21, 22. I'd already known about it. I think Ouija boards were popular in like teen media when I was a kid. Charmed hadn't come out yet. Someone is trying to downplay what they're doing or their participation. I thought it was really cute. I think when I was like 18, I went away to the military and I remember buying a teeny tiny tarot, and the cards were like this freaking big and they were fully printed in the Rider-Waite tarot. And then it's a collective reading, non nice to have you back, but it's just kind of like pretty casual. Everybody's being real mellow, and everybody kind of understands that I'm letting the cards bring the energy, and hopefully it'll answer your question while we're here. I'm mostly just collecting tea. What are you? Well, let's see. Yeah, everybody in the room's, yes, it's a hard yes. Everybody in the room's being really cool. We haven't had many trolls. And I have a new policy that if people want to get spicy in the chat room, I'm going to put you on pause. And if you want back in, you got to make a donation to my Venmo. I ain't having it. You got to mind your manners. We are rebuking demons here. Paul Allen, hi, nice to have you. A newbie from the UK. Yeah, I had somebody earlier, it turned into like nice little compliments to, dude, I can smell the teen spirit through the screen, man, from your comments. It just got worse and worse and worse. And then I bumped him, and that was this afternoon's read, and I started thinking about it, like, I didn't have to bump him, but what could I do to make him behave himself? Because my boundaries are like out of short circuit. But, maybe that could be a positive, a new thing. I mean, they want OnlyFans girls at some point. They want to get that feedback. So, a friend of mine told me once he couldn't wait until I was able to dominate all of them. You want my attention? You're going to have to buy my attention. Like that, you want that kind of attention? And I know what you're doing on the other side of that screen? You better mind your manners. It don't cost you nothing to keep your mouth shut. Ha! In the streets again. Big blessings. Thank you, Marsha. Thank you. From England. Yes. Hi. Marsha Graham. Nice to have you here. We're going to put this back. I don't like this. We're going to get out of this pimp pusher energy. Quit talking about these fools. Where are we at? We're just at an hour. We're going to keep this at about an hour and a half. Because don't nobody come back and watch all the way past that. I can't even sit through 2 hours of tarot. And I like these ladies. Let's see. If you're new to the channel, hi, welcome. I'm Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. We are tuning into the cosmos to find out what the angels are saying about you and what we can get a heads up on, what's in, what's out, and what is going on, and how to stay ahead. It's all there for you. It's all there for you. I recently got Karened for looking at the sky. I was sitting outside at a pub last summer. People I'd known for months and months and months. You learn a lot about people and how uncomfortable they get when you're feeling good. And it's kind of outdoor patio setting, and you can look from the bar out into where you kind of walk right out to it. And I was just out there by myself, just having my little cocktails, just enjoying this beautiful late summer, gorgeous sky, beautiful sunset. It's just a lovely day. And I could hear people having conversation about whether or not I had just lost my mind because I was smiling at the sky. And then about 5 minutes later, finally somebody came up and said, "How you doing? How are you doing? What's going on? Well, I hadn't seen you in a while. Are you okay? What's going on?" Like they weren't really worried about me. They just got really nosy, and they didn't know me well enough to really ask me what I was doing. And there was kind of a little bit of clicky backbiting vibe going on in there. I think they wanted to catch me at something. And then another person came out later and they're like, "What the heck? What are you doing?" And I was like, "Hey man, I'm just enjoying this. It's all right here for you to enjoy too. What I'm doing, it's all right here for you too. You can just enjoy everything I'm doing right now. You can have too." And then he walked away and was just like, "That bitch is crazy. That bitch is crazy." He admired me. I've caught him looking at me in other places before or after that. And they just all think I'm on another fucking planet. And this just affirms to me how much I'm in the wrong place, because I can come on here and be on here for 20 minutes and just be myself. This is how, some of you are getting this message about being your genuine self. If you are having trouble being your genuine self, you are amongst your enemy. Transition. Moving on. Moving on. You don't have to sit with these people. You don't have to sit with these people. Take some authority on your own life. Your satisfaction, oh my God, your satisfaction is within your control. How about this? How about this phrase? I prefer my own company. We've met. I prefer my own company. There's such a, I don't see an ego death. I don't see a tower moment here. Whoever you're with or whoever these people are for you, they're just full of insecurity, and they're already resolved to it. They don't want to change. There's this release of anxiety about where they are. They are completely content at this level that they have reached, and they don't have anything left to try anymore. And you look at them and you think, "Oh, come on, can you not just try?" And honestly, they just don't. And this is about accepting people's limitations, about emotional immaturity. I can't make this up. And you cannot develop a mind past its capacity. And really, the problem here is accepting that this person or these people aren't elevatable. You are seeing them at their peak. And it's a long life when you peak in high school. You're going to have sympathy for these people. This is how you find compassion for these people. You have to literally figure out who they are. How did they get to this stage in life? Still held back by the things they're held back by. Where they should have or could have or maybe typically would have addressed these things and surpassed them. And oftentimes people just decide not to. People aren't always interested in bettering themselves. People aren't always interested in being the best version of themselves. It takes work. And you can get by without all that. People are not always interested. Not everybody you meet is interested in being the best version of themselves. And that's hard to let go of, especially when you meet people that are likable. And then you see them struggle and suffer, and you're like, oh, this could be fixed. And they're like, nah. I can't believe that just came out of my face, because I see these people all the time. I'm around these people, and I don't understand how they survive. Like, I've barely gotten by on my quick wit and good looks. What do the ugly, stupid people do? Because you know they're out there. You know they're out there, and I don't take any credit for this. This is just sure luck of the draw. I don't take any credit for it. I know how to scrub it with soap and water so it doesn't bother anybody else. But that's about it. That's about it. And just goddamn trying the best I can. And none of this has gotten me anywhere, folks. This has gotten me ostracized. This has gotten me like, look, I move into a new neighborhood, and the first people that notice are the men. The next people that notice consciously, are the women, because they see their men looking away. Or they see their men coming with some new energy back to the bedroom because they've been looking. And I go in, single, unattached, unadorned female, and every fucking time. And I have moved all over this country. So this doesn't get you anywhere. No friends. Nobody on your cul-de-sac will talk to you. It gets you ostracized. Most people in this world do not want to be the best version of themselves. The only reason I'm like this is because this face has had me forced to go be the best company I can be to myself. What do we got, Spirit? Here we go. Laziness, procrastination, stagnation, emotional baggage. We're stuck in some shit. Somebody is toting. Laziness, procrastination. Now, I have discussed that aspect of my existence. Thank you so much. It's lovely to be seen. There is, again, this kind of energy of not wanting to move. Like it's fine the way it is. We're getting everything that they need, and they've this resignation to that. It's painful to grow. It's painful to grow. You know, you go to the gym, and even if you work out light, it's the same as if you go out and work in the yard. First day you're fine, you're tired. Next day you start to stiffen up. Third day you are sore. It takes work. Dice Todd, nice to have you here. What do you got? What do you got? We do have a tower moment here due to a lack of vision. Challenge, competition, defense, perseverance, courage. Somebody is being forced. Oh, man. Somebody is being forced. And I got to admit, folks, if I didn't have the challenges in my life that I would have, I would much have rather had it easy. I would much rather have had it easy. And I would have stayed comfortably right where I was. And I would have maybe or maybe not been grateful. It is a collective, so if the energy's coming toward you, let it ride. But there is and again, people will blame me for trying to make excuses for something that is deplorable. But what I'm doing is I am trying to put myself in the place and experience what that must be like. And with the reason and the rationale of having an exterior view. The lack of vision, lack of leadership, overbearing arrogance, impulsiveness, just this is a dumpster fire. This is a dumpster fire of a person. They are aggressive and a hot fucking mess. And everybody else is the problem. They fight with everybody around them. And this is this tower moment, and somehow this person won't let it come to a close. It's like they keep picking at it, but they won't let it come to a head. And now it's festered. Something's festered. Alien Metals, nice to have you here. How is that unobtainium? Joy, harmony, fulfillment, happy life. We just took a big turn here. There is a happy home, joy, contentment, maybe because you removed yourself or this tower moment happened, something finally popped. Whatever that was, it finally popped. For some of you, the solution to your conflict might be to let it alone long enough for it to come to a head on its own. Some of you are not giving you want a romantic read. I'll tell you where the romance read comes in. I told you, your energy will be here if you stick around. Later, Max. He's learned how to use the bell. It's like a kid finally learning how to say no. Some of you are being told that your partner or whoever you're having conflict with, instead of trying to keep working it out, we got to keep talking about this. They need some room. And usually when guys say, I want some room, or that when people say men need more room or more space, I think most men, they just don't want to have to fucking deal with it. Just turn it off and ignore it. When women need space, or, people will. Max is really just distracting. Something about this. Whoever you're dealing with needs the space because they might be slower in processing everything, or they not slower, but they are needing to part and parcel every section, every little vivisection of what's happening for them to make sense of it. And for you on the outside, this will look like they're just slow or dumb. No, they are so keenly smarter than you that they see the minutia of detail in every little thing that happened. They are replaying everything because they have a microscopic memory of what took place. And there's so much information to evaluate. And they want to get it right because they have all the data. So they're going to let it, they need that time to let it simmer. Maybe you don't need as much time because you're not looking at everything. I don't know. It's maybe this might be about her. How should you deal with her? If this is about you, then how you deal with her is without being cold. Just give her the room give her the room to just mull stuff over and come to her own conclusion about stuff. I get the impression that there is a push here to convince someone of something. And if you're busy trying to convince them, they never get to process it and have it bubble up and have all of your input work on them. They start to come into a defensive posture where they just can't take any more. They can't take any more convincing. Leave me alone. Let me think about it. And it's not, I may or may not. And if you keep pressuring, they're going to be so stressed out by you pressuring. It's just going to be, no, I have to back away from everything because right now I'm suffering. Yeah, refusal to face pain. There's too much passion being driven here. Normally, this would be, passion and everything, love, hate, just passion. But you're prolonging the suffering here. Later, Max. I don't think an hour and a half is too long to ask a pup that is full grown to hold his bladder. He was out. Literally, the 45 minutes before I came here, I was racing to get up here to you in time because there was like 6 times he wanted to go outside and then he'd just stare through the fence at a cat. So there's a strategy to someone's deception here. They're not exactly trying to manipulate you. You're not trying to manipulate them. Your intention is to not, you're not intentionally trying to manipulate them. That's what it is, because I just remembered all of this. But you are blocking their emotions. You are blocking their harmony. Look here. Seven of Swords on its side. This is total harmony, wonderful. You're doing everything supportive. This is dark manipulation and being an SOB. You're not intending anything. You're just, I think you're having some separation anxiety or some detachment anxiety. Refusing to face, and then this whole hanging on to it. And if you're so confident in the way they're going to come through, or that this is the right thing, then let them come to your invitation. Give them the room to fill the space from between them to you. You've made the invitation. Now back up, be still, and be quiet, and with a smile remaining on your face. And give them the room so that you can watch the courtship of them coming toward you. How delightful is that? How delightful is that? That's what you want. That's confidence. Because they're there because they want to, not because they have to. That's going to be the end of our read for today. That was wonderful to end on, and a nice reminder going into Valentine's Day to be gentle with the people that you want to love you. I'm Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. Bonnabelle, I don't want to miss you calling everyone out today. Let's see. Hit that notification bell for me so you catch up with the next read. It's been wonderful to read for you twice today. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button anyway, even though the chat is over. And the way you can help the channel, of course, your financial contributions through Venmo until the channel is matured, but we can mature the channel faster by the number of subscribers and by the number of hours you binge watch the channel. So come back soon, come back often. I'm Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. Have a wonderful evening. It seems we've stood and talked like this.